parable of the prodigal son. Jesus often used simple stories from everyday life to teach deep spiritual truths. Jesus said that there was a man who had 2 sons. One day, the younger son came to his father and asked for his share of the inheritance. In those days, this was a very unusual and disrespectful request. Inheritances were normally given only after the father had passed away. But the father agreed and divided his property between his 2 sons. Soon after receiving his share, the younger son packed everything he had and left home for a distant land. There he began living a reckless life. He spent his money on parties, careless living, and things that brought him temporary pleasure. Before long, all the money was gone. At the same time, a severe famine struck the land. The young man became desperate and had no food or money left. The only job he could find was feeding pigs. In that culture, this was considered a very low and humiliating job. He became so hungry that he even wished he could eat the food given to the pigs, but no one offered him anything. Finally, the young man came to his senses. He remembered how even the servants in his father's house had enough food to eat while he was starving. So he decided to return home and say to his father, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please treat me like one of your hired servants." With that decision, he began the long journey back home. While he was still far away, his father saw him coming. The father recognized his son immediately and was filled with compassion. Instead of waiting for the son to come to him, the father ran toward him, embraced him, and kissed him. The son began to confess his mistakes, saying he was not worthy to be called his son anymore. But the father interrupted him and called to his servants. He told them to bring the best robe, place a ring on his finger, and put sandals on his feet. Then he ordered them to prepare a great feast. The father said, "My son was dead and is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found." And they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was returning from working in the fields. When he heard music and celebration, he asked what was happening. When he learned that his younger brother had returned and that their father was celebrating, he became angry. The father reminded him that everything he had already belonged to the older son. But they needed to rejoice because the brother who was lost had come back home. The story shows that no matter how far someone has gone, God's love and forgiveness are always available when they return to him. This parable comes from Luke 15:11-32. May you never be lost and always remain faithful to God. God bless you. Follow Choirs of Heaven for more Bible stories.